Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Zina. In today's video I have a fun makeup haul and try on. So I wanted to get some favorites from Essence, so I went on Just My Look. And at the time of ordering they also had a promotion of getting a mystery bag if you spend £15 on Essence or Catrice. So that's my box of goodies. If you go on Just My Look, that's where you can get Essence, Catrice, and you can get a lot of K-beauty. Yeah, a lot of things and at good prices as well, so definitely check them out. So I'll just show you quickly what I got in here. It's not a full face. I will complete a full face with things that I want to finish. I have a blush from Essence that I had from before, and then just little things that I think are gonna go with what I've got today. So this is the main thing that I wanted to repurchase, just the Lash Without Limits, the brown one. And I thought I would also try the eyelash primer or lash primer. I thought I would try the setting spray. I have bought the small size of the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and it is nice, but it's so pricey. So I'm looking for like more affordable alternatives. I have repurchased another one of my favorites, which is the concealer. This is the Stay All Day 14-hour concealer, and I've seen the stick foundation, so I thought I'd try that one as well. I had no clue at the time ordering. This is actually a very new product, so we'll see how it goes. And then the mystery bag, the gift with purchase, I got from Catrice the Energy Boost Hydrogel Eye Patches. I'm pretty sure I have another one of these somewhere that I've never used, so I need to get them out. From Catrice, the Space Glam Holo Highlighter. We'll see how that goes today. And this one is from Essence, and it's the Space Glow Color Changing Lipstick. I'm not sure if this is gonna go with what I want to do today, so I have an alternative with me. And then we had two little eyeshadow palettes. One from Essence, which is Don't Worry Be. The actual eyeshadows have, you kind of like complete the sentence with them, so don't worry be you, don't worry be excited, and so on. And it looks like a cool neutral palette, so I'm gonna see how I can incorporate both palettes, because this one is a peachy one. This one is from Catrice. It's called Wow in a Box, and I absolutely love these colors for summer. I think I've already used this shade here, and it's in shade Peach Perfect. And I'm actually very pleased to have received this one, because I have another one of these 5 pans from Catrice that I am actually thinking of decluttering, because the eyeshadows don't perform anymore. I had it for about two years and a half, maybe 3 years, and then you can just tell the eyeshadows don't perform anymore, so quite pleased to have. It's a different colorway, but quite pleased to have this one. So let's get into it. I'm absolutely sweating, so I might have to put my hair up. Okay, so first I'm going to start with primer. I want to give this primer another chance, or try it again even. I've recently showed this in a video. I think it was when I was trying makeup on from the Glamour Beauty Box and the OK Beauty Box. So this is the HD Smoothing Primer from Bella Pierre Cosmetics. And it is a hydrating primer, but the first time I didn't notice much smoothing. However, I did put it on the other day and I was like, oh, maybe I just can see something. So actually maybe I'll just leave it on these parts, because I just realized I'm using a foundation I haven't used before, and I just don't want it to interact badly. But I'll see. If something happens, I'll just take the whole thing off and then we'll try again. I'll also do eyeshadow primer at the step, because I do want to do my eyes first. I'm gonna let that primer sink in a little bit, and I'm using the Collection Power Hold Gripping Eye Primer. Okay, so I'm going to start with the eyeshadow palettes. This is the one from Essence, and here we have it swatched. And then you've seen the Catrice one, and here we have the Catrice one. Okay, so I'm going to start with this shade here, which is part of the Euphoric shade all over the lid. I have to say that even when swatching, the Essence eyeshadows are not as pigmented as the Catrice ones. They just don't pick up that great, and I can tell with this shade as well. And then I'm going to go into this shade from the Catrice palette. You'll see a difference straight away. I'm just putting that in my crease. Alright, not gonna lie, this one's built up a little bit too, just to get it to where I want it. Then I'm going to use shade Positive from the Essence palette. I'm really trying to figure out what's the best lighting here. I think that's the best one. And I'm just deepening the outer corner with this one. I'm just gonna blend the two together. I'll fix that. That's another reason why I do my eyes first, because I can fix that with a makeup wipe or with concealer to have more of a sharper line. And I want to use this shade on like half my lid this way. Might need setting spray on it, we'll see. It's quite glittery. So I'm trying it on my finger because it didn't pick up on the brush at all. Got my finger a little bit wet, so we'll see how that works now. That's a bit better. It's all over down my face as well. Okay, and then I'm going to use this shade from the Essence palette just to fill in the rest of my lid. Let's try it with a brush first, although I don't have much hope. The sun keeps coming in and out, so it keeps changing the light. And then I'm just going to overlap them just to have a blend. And I really don't like that. Not because of the eyeshadows, I just don't think I've put them together well. So I think I'm going to wipe this off. But at least I got a little bit of practice to know how they work. Okay, I have reapplied my base and with this eyeshadow all over the lid, I'm going to start with this eyeshadow in the crease now. And then a little bit of this one, not too much. Just going to go just over the outer portion. And then I'm going to use this shade all over the lid, just going in straight with my finger. Then I'm going to use this as an eyeliner. Going back to this shade on my lower lash line. And then a little bit of this. Sorry, I wasn't quite in focus there. Okay, I'll do the same on the other eye. Okay, this I like a little bit more. I am going to do the lash primer. This is a volume booster lash primer. It says that it has super fruits in. It's a white one. Sometimes you get like blue ones or clear ones. I think I'll do a few coats of this one. And then I'm going to use the Lash Without Limits. I already know that I love this one on its own. It's a dupe of the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, that's the one. And I really like the brown because it's like a true brown. That's not bad with a lash primer with just one coat. And here it is in 2 coats. Let's move on to the foundation stick, and this one I have in shade 50. Oh, I squished it on there, sorry. Oh, maybe a little bit light, but I've got bronzer and stuff, so it feels very balmy, which doesn't give me a lot of confidence because I already have oily skin, well, oily combination, so I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work. That's actually blending in very nicely. Not a lot of coverage, let's add a little bit more. on these areas. So this one doesn't say what sort of coverage it should have on the packaging. It just says it's lightweight, buildable, skincare texture for even natural complexion. It definitely evened out my tone a little, It definitely evened out my skin a little bit, but it's quite light coverage. I still have the redness there picking through, and then I caught the sun in this area and you can definitely tell the difference. So it says it's buildable, so let's build it up. Yeah, so I think I could get it up to medium coverage. That's absolutely fine for me. I'm not one for full coverage foundations. I have no clue why I have redness there. What happened there? Something must have irritated me. But yeah, it evened out the skin tone. On the first application, it actually looks quite nice on the skin. It just looks like skin. It looks lightweight. We'll see how it wears. Let's move on to the concealer. This one I got in shade Light Rose, with like a 20 Light Rose. I had this one before. I'm not sure it was the same shade or not. I think it was, because the writing rubbed off in time and I just couldn't remember. So cover that up a little bit. I found the concealer to be quite emollient, quite moisturizing and long lasting. I go with a light hand. I'm sure you can make it have more coverage than this, but I would say pretty medium coverage. I'm going to use the Collection mattifying powder to set my face, well, set the under eye mostly. This is one I'm trying to finish. And then just do the T-zone. Then I have the Physician Formula Healthy Powder in shade MW2, another one that I'm trying to finish, and I'm going to use this one as a bronzer. Okay, and then I have a blush from Essence. This is the Baby Got Blush, the stick one, and this one is in shade Tickle Me Pink. I've showed this one in a video before, it was quite a while ago. It is very, very perfumed, but I cannot smell it once it's on my skin blended in, so that's fine. But it's like sickly sweet. Okay, I don't normally use highlight, but this came in the mystery gift with purchase, the Catrice Space Glam Holo Highlighter. I'm gonna give this one a swatch first. I'm gonna try it with a brush, and I might do it like right in the inner corner of my eyes as well. And I can tell you now, I don't like it on my cheeks because it's the kind that's glittery, and I don't think it's gonna work for the inner corner of my eyes. I'm gonna go with a bit of powder over it. Let's try it. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I'm just gonna use something else that I'm trying to finish, the Benefit Gimme Brow, a mini, obviously for my brows. Okay, let's try this for lips. It's the Space Glow Color Changing Lipstick from Essence. Oh, it's got a sticker with the information right over it. So I'm gonna have to pull very hard. So this is what it looks like. It looks very intriguing, but I'm scared because these tend to turn bright pink depending on what pigments they mixed in them. Then they can be different colors, so I'm not quite sure what this one's gonna be like. That's what we are here to find out. I did have some gloss on before, which I forgot to remove, just to hydrate my lips while I was doing all this. Yeah, not for me. This one kind of turns my lips bright purple. I have this lipstick from Body Collection England, which is in shade Down to Earth. So I'm going to put this all over the lips. And then I'm going to apply this one and we'll see what we get. It is very balmy. Yeah, just and the color a little bit more pinkier. Okay, I need to go charge my battery, but I also have the Essence Fix and Last Instant Matte Makeup Fixing Spray, which I want to use. Oh, it's a nice fine mist. I'm going to take this opportunity while I need to charge my battery to let everything sink in and come back with my thoughts. Okay, it has been about an hour and a half, and everything is looking alright. Let's turn the brightness down a bit so we can see it better, except for around my nose. But I'm not entirely sure that I've actually blended it up properly. And I think the setting spray is now like super mattifying because you can definitely see shine. But I like that it has such a fine mist. Actually, I'm gonna put the setting spray on again. And then normally what I do is just like press lightly. And actually this way it does seem a little bit more mattifying. I've also did on my lipstick because I had lunch in the meantime, and this time I put the color changing lipstick on first and then the other lipstick on the top. And yeah, it's this color. Okay, so giving you my thoughts on some of these products, I'm going to speak about the ones that are new to me. So the setting spray, I do have to test it a little bit more, but I really like the mist in this one. It's not aggressive in the slightest, it's very fine. I don't have any like specks, you know, sometimes they go in blobs, but this one doesn't. So we'll see how it makes my makeup last. I will have to come back and give you more of an update on this one. I'm probably gonna do another roundup video at some point. Same for the volume booster, the lash primer. I need to test it some more, but it worked well today. And then all of these products are also new to me. I have the foundation stick in here as well. I'm not sure how many you can still get, because usually mystery bags or boxes, they're trying to get rid of old stock. But the Space Glam highlighter, not for me, but one that I could use on my eyes because it's more of a glittery kind. The color changing lipstick is just a color changing lipstick, nothing else to say about it. Okay, the eyeshadow palettes, I definitely prefer the quality of the Catrice eyeshadows to the Essence eyeshadows. If you're looking for something that's quite understated, then these will be absolutely fine, especially since Essence is so affordable. If you want a bit more of a punch, then you might want to go for something different. You can get a bit of a punch with these ones, but the shimmers, except for this one, do need applied with a finger or a wet brush or something like that, because otherwise they don't show up as much. There are quite different formulas in this palette as well, so that's quite nice. This one is quite intense, and then this one is nice if you apply it with a finger. This one is a lot more glittery. This one is more of a topper. So I do like the variety in this little palette. So that's kind of like my winner today. I have a single from Essence, a shimmer that is so much better than these, in my opinion anyway, taking into account what I prefer. So I would actually show you the difference. So the Essence eyeshadow I have is this one, is a soft touch eyeshadow. This one in particular in the shade Cookie Jar. So I'll do a swatch. So that's it there. And then I'll take a similar shade from this palette, which is shade Happy. So I'm kind of like digging in there. So I don't know how much you can tell the difference in there, but this one is a lot more, not as tightly packed when it comes to the pigment. It doesn't hold in the same way together. I don't know exactly how to explain it. This U shade is probably the better one. from this little palette. But if I were to go in this one with the same intensity as I did with the other one, this one you can tell is just a lot more softer. Then you can definitely see a difference. So it depends what you prefer. Like I said, if you do prefer something a bit more understated, if you want your shimmers to not be like too in your face shimmers and just a little something to give your eyes a little glow, then that palette or this kind of palette, which I don't know how much you can still get, but basically you could take a chance on Essence eyeshadow palettes. That's what I meant. Okay, and then the foundation. So far so good, except for around my nose, but I do think I didn't take the time to blend properly around my nose. It seems that my skin still looks like skin. Doesn't emphasize my pores, it doesn't sink into my fine lines. So yeah, so far so good, especially since I haven't set it with powder on this side of the face, only the T-zone, and only set it with a setting spray. So yeah, quite nice. Same with this one, I do have to try it more to see exactly how I feel about it, but today things are promising. So let me know what you think in the comments, if you also have these products, if you have any favorites from Essence or Catrice. I would love to hear your favorites and see your favorites in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, really helps me out. If you'd like to see more from me and you like what you see on my channel, then I would love it if you would subscribe. Thank you very much if you are subscribed, really means a lot. Don't forget to hit the bell so you know when I upload. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!